Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's gone. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Calmlands. This is the multiplayer co-op with Nordic Farming, and we've reached episode 56. Starting at the cow farm today, and we're jumping in the trucks first of all. I am detaching this trailer, and I'm going to get the tanker. Nordic is going to be getting the pallet trailer because he is going to load up our massive load of donuts, because it is May and it is the best time to sell. And because that's a one-man job, I'm doing the other one-man job, which is getting some slurry loaded and taken to the BGA. The cow farm is bursting at the seams with slurry, as it would seem. So we need to get that all loaded. But I'm going to use one of our auto drive pallies to get that sorted for us. Hopefully I can make this turn. Oh, just a little bit too much there. So we will get the auto drive menu opened, and we can do a pick up and deliver. That's correct. And we are going to do cattle slurry load. Destination is BGA slurry unload, and the product is slurry. There we go. I think it's set on infinite number of jobs, so we should just be able to press the power button. That's triggering it off. He's loading up the slurry. There we go. They've loaded up. The cow farm is down to 166,000 litres of slurry. So, yeah, the auto drive worker is going to take it down batch by batch. So we are going to head on down to the donut factory and see how Nordic's getting on loading them all. Aha, here we go. Nordic is just preparing to load all of these donuts. Look how many we've got. Thousands upon thousands of donuts. So this is going to be hopefully a bumper sale. And then the plan is that after we've loaded them all, we are going to set them to sell automatically, so we don't have to keep loading them up. And the same will be for the straw accessories production after we have done one load. There's quite a few hats and crates here, but after we've done one sale, which I think is best price in August, we are going to set these to automatically sell as well. Right, so I think Nordic has got a full trailer and he's not even done yet, so he's going to be doing 2 loads. Right, let's tidy this up a bit so it's easier for him to load next time. And whilst we are here, we will set the donut factory to automatically sell. We're not so tight for money anymore, so we're not too fussed about setting it to sell at every point in the year. And yeah, whether or not it's the best price or not, we're just going to be getting some passive income from our donuts. So that's pretty good. And there's plenty of flour, sugar and eggs to make our donuts. Seems we left the Deutz up by the store when we previously came up here to buy all of our grape and olive equipment. So I can take that back. The Nordic should be arriving soon with the donut load, so we'll wait for him. And he's made it. I think it's been a slow run up the hill for poor old Nordic. Truck has struggled with the donuts, which is interesting because they should only be very light. So, I don't know, maybe they're lead donuts or something. But here he is. We will give him a little flash and a toot. Right, let's see how much money we make. Aha! And he is selling donuts. Oh, the money is cranking up. And this is the first load. I think we'll only have another half load from what is left down there. But it is cranking up. Wait, 388,000 from the donuts. Very nice. So Nordic is off to do the second load, and whilst he is, I'll get this tractor dropped back off at the farm. And then I think we'll do a little bit of a look at where our fields are at in terms of what crops we've got in there and what growth stage they are at. I think some are probably into the latter stages of growth and could be ready for harvest next time. So we'll park the Deutz there. And looking at the map, we have got 2 wheat fields down in the south, Lakeside Field and South Bank Field. we have got sorghum in Cowman and Hillside. And then we have got canola in Pig Farm Field and Lake View Field. So yeah, our 6 fields are got various different crops in them. And in terms of growth, the sorghum has done the fastest, and that will probably be ready for harvest next time, whereas the canola and the wheat have got a little way to go yet. But the plan is today we are going to be working down in this area, and we're going to be buying area 39 and 51 because we already own 37, and we're going to be turning this area into another field, but it's only a small field, and that is because we are going to be making some poplar. Now, the reason we are making poplar is because we've now got a biomass power plant, and we've loaded it with straw, but it can also process wood chips. So we're going to try and get some wood chips from the poplar and put that into the biomass power plant to make some money from electricity. And our worker has taken 97,000 litres of slurry to the BGA, and we've got that activated now. So it's processing, probably a couple more trips yet to do. And there we go, another $132,000 from donuts. So we're up to 1.8 million now. And whilst Nordic is busy parking up the truck, we will buy area 39. And I think I might have been mistaken before. It's actually area 53 that we want to buy, because we already own area 51. And yeah, we now own this entire section around the road and up to where our BGA and biomass heating plant are. So we are going to be mowing this space. And to mow this space, we are going to need the mowers, so I will get both the Deutz and the JCB ready for mowing whilst Nordic is getting parked up. I think he's on his way back. Alright, that's both tractors ready. We can beacon on, and Nordic is ready in the Deutz to go down to the field, so we'll follow his lead and head on down to that area. Okay, so we are here, and it's this area to the left where we are going to be mowing. That's what we've just purchased. So we can give Nordic a toot because we are ready. Super job. Right, we'll get spun up. Both mowers are rolling. Nordic is setting the width for us so we can lower away and get to mowing our field. Now this is interesting because I can't see any grass coming out. What is going on? Right, slight technical difficulties. Seems like real mower was impacting that for some reason, but we're away. So let's get this all mowed, and Nordic and I will see you when we're finished. And the last slither taken care of here, so we can raise up, switch off and fold up. Now that did not come without its stresses. Nordic and I had an issue with Real Mower, which works to cut away the bushes, and seemingly it didn't like that, so when we were mowing with it switched on it didn't lay any grass down, but once we turned it off it started to work. So that was a bit bizarre. And then we were also trying to utilise GPS when we were mowing that on the straight rows, but both Nordic and I were facing issues. We were trying to activate it, and for Nordic it wasn't running in a straight line, and for me it was sending me off on a really wild course. so we really don't know what's going on. Probably a bit of a glitch with the online server that we are running, but we want to keep going, so we just did it manually and we managed to get it all mowed up. So it was a bit of a rough cut, but we got it done. Right, next we are going to drop the mowers back and jump in the forage harvester, and one of us is going to run the forage harvester with the grass pickup and a crone cargo trailer, and the other is going to run a truck and trailer to ferry that grass from the field to the silage bunker next to the BGA. Right, mowers dropped off, and we'll park up the tractors, and I think I've got the first stint in the forage harvester, so I'll hop in that whilst Nordic gets a truck and trailer. And we'll take this crone cargo without the forage harvester header. Give it a quick refill because it's half full. And we want the grass pickup header, which is here. And one of the crone cargoes. And we're set. Beacon on. Let's head over and collect up this grass. Nordic is ready, so he'll follow us down there. So we've made it down to the start location, and we are just passing one of our auto drivers who's been doing slurry runs, and wanted to wait for him to pass before I do an about turn. And we are going to get ready to start our forage harvest, whereas Nordic is come up with a nice idea. He's going to set one of our auto drivers on course play to level the bunker as we fill it. But yeah, we can get unfolded, get the pipe open, the trailer unfolded, and same for the harvester. Yeah, I think we are already in start position, so we can beacon off. And Nordic is going to set the auto driver on course play to run the bunker for us and compact it all. So we are ready to go. Nordic has set up the auto driver to run the bunker for us. So we can... Oh, need to unfold the pickup. That's interesting. Not had to do that before, but I guess because it's quite a big one. Right, let's get started, and we should be picking up grass and depositing it in our crone cargo. Yes, we are. Can't quite see it depositing in there, but we are doing it. And then Nordic is running alongside us, although I'm a bit wavy, and he's picking up the grass directly from the crone cargo, which is fantastic. And the crone cargo is going to allow us to keep running the whole time whilst Nordic does the carting back and forth to the bunker. Trees in the way, can't quite see. So yeah, that's my cue to stop talking, get busy, and we'll get this all done. And Nordic and I are going to swap halfway. See you when we're finished. Oh dear. That is a tree. How do I get out of this? That's all the forage harvesting done. Just collected the last scraps from Nordic, so we can give him a toot farewell. And you would have noticed we've been depositing into the bunker, and our happy auto driver course play bunker assistant has been doing a grand job. I don't think I could have done it as neat as they. Now what's nice is he will finish his row, and then because he's detected us nearby, he will move aside, and you can tell that he's moving aside because he folds up his shovel. Although ironically he's not doing it this time. He's looking like he's going to crash into me. So, don't know what he's doing there. Always some funkiness. Maybe I was too in the way. Is he driving? Oh, he's gone! Oh dear. Wow, he's fired. He's just destroyed these. He's just destroyed this Aryan. Oh goodness. And I was just singing his praises as well. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's gone. Right, the auto driver has had a catastrophe, so we will take the opportunity to unload whilst he's regaining consciousness, I think, from driving over the back of the silage bunker. 2 litres to go. Oh, we just got 2 litres in the trailer that just won't deposit. Why is that? Interesting. There we go, that's done it. So when we move out of the way, the auto driver will hopefully resume and just make that pile of grass nice and neat again. Is he going to do it? I think I need to drive away a little bit further. There we go. We're out of his way now, so he's hopefully going to carry on and do a neat job. That was very ironic that I was singing his praises and he then decided to reverse over the back. I think you do need to make sure you give them enough space. Otherwise they get a little bit nervous and do weird stuff. But yeah, this has worked pretty well and they've done a pretty neat job. The pile looks very good. A lot neater than I could have done, that's for sure. Yes, they'll drive on through, push it all up and make a nice neat pile. And we'll come along, and once it's compacted, which probably, okay, 59% compacted, and we've got 320,000 odd litres of chaff in here, which was our grass. So yeah, that's not too shabby. We're going to get that compacted and then covered up, turned into silage, and then we can put that in the BGA. Right, let's get back. And then jobs for this afternoon are ploughing up the field that we've just mowed. And we're hopefully going to lime that as well. And then I think we're going to be getting some planters. We're going to be renting them because once you plant poplars and harvest them, they do regrow without needing to replant again. So yeah, we're just going to lease the planters to save some money. But I think we're going to run some auto-driving course play helpers to do the planting rather than us, because it is quite a big task. They're only 6 meter wide planters, so it would take quite a long time. So yeah, we'll get it ploughed, limed, and then we can set the workers hopefully off to start planting before the end of the day. Right, that's the trailer parked up. We can drop the truck off. And then it's 2 tractors and 2 ploughs. So we've hopped in the Fent. We'll grab one of the ploughs. And yeah, we'll take this one. And the Aryan, which we would use for the other ploughing tractor, is already down there. It is obviously doing the bunker duty. So yeah, unfortunately I don't think we can tow 2 ploughs down there. But maybe I can run the plough down there with a auto driver. So I'll just set this tractor to drive to the BGA slurry unload. That'll be close enough. And I'll hop in another tractor and bring the plough down. Deutz should be strong enough for this. And off we go. See, our lovely sorghum on the left is growing quite nicely. Now, of course, Calm Farm has grown large and too difficult for Nordic and I to handle all the jobs on our own, so we are now deploying the use of the auto drivers and courseplay workers quite fruitfully. We don't get them doing every job. Some of the more complex stuff we have to leave. And yes, this is probably a good reason why, because our slurry driver has just collided with the driver doing the run with the plough, and that is rather annoying. Blockage cleared, there we go. Right, yeah, that's one of the reasons why we only have the workers do some of the simpler tasks, because they are not the sharpest knives in the drawer, let's say. But yeah, they are good for the repetitive and simple tasks, which is good. Right, so we have made it down here. We can drop off the plough because the Deutz is probably capable of pulling it, but we'll use the big double-wheeled tractors. Right, so we've got both tractors ready. We can get unfolded. Need to make sure that create fields is enabled. Y, that's it. And shut off the menu. And yeah, we want to make sure that we're not going too close to the road because there is a little bit of a steep section back there. But we'll head on in and lower away. And then I think we can head off. So Nordic and I are going to get this all ploughed up. And we'll see you when we're finished. Well, that was super quick, and we've got our field all ploughed. And Nordic and I have been talking, and I think we are going to call this field Bridgeway, because it is right near the bridge that goes over to the other side. And another contender was Riverside, but it is quite a small field, so... Oh god, I'm going off track here. As it's only a small field, it makes sense to save maybe Riverside for a bigger field that's going to span more of the riverside. So, yep, Bridgeway it is. Bridgeway Field. And I quite like that. Sounds almost like a famous battle or something of that nature. So, we are heading back with the ploughs. We are going to get the lime spreader and the auger. Get that all lime spread. Again, that will be a very, very quick job. Then we are going to set our workers off to plant the poplar, but not before we go and rent the poplar planters. So we'll get that seen to. And I think the plan is Nordic and I are going to sit and observe the workers. I've crashed into a tree. I think someone needs to sit and observe what I'm doing, to be honest. Yeah, we'll get the workers going and we can watch them at work as they get the poplar all planted. And plough and tractor parked up. So I think we're going to give the Schluter some love. We've not used it in a long while, so we'll get out of here. We have to park our tractors in a bit of an odd fashion to fit them all in the shed, but we can grab the spreader. I think Nordic is grabbing the truck and it's going to be hitching up to the auger master so we can get some lime reloaded in there. The Schluter is a perfect machine for running the spreader. And Bridgeway Field is looking pretty smart to the left. And we'll spin round over here for starting position. Cover off because we've got just under 60%. Aha, so our bunker has been nicely covered up. So that is very good. And, oh, it's not going to tell us how much we've got, but it is fermenting. So we hopefully will have that ready to go next time. I'll probably be the end of the next day or next month. And we'll be using the milling machine to load it into the Trans 70 trailer and get it loaded into the BGA. Nordic has made it down here with the Auger Master. Superb. Right, we will need to purchase the soil info and then we can get started. So in the precision farming page we need to rebuy the soil info for this area, this area, this area, and this area. So 4 areas, and yeah, we seem to be mainly in the loam department on this field. But we have to balance the pH by adding some lime, but nitrogen will depend on the poplar. So yeah, we will see. I don't think we'll be applying fertilizer whilst we plant, so we'll probably have to come and spray that. Okay, so we can start up and get ready to head in. Nordic's going to keep us readily topped up. But let's head on in and start the spreader. And it's a nice chance and opportunity to use the Schluter. So we're going to get this all lime spread and see you when we're finished. And that is Bridgeway, all limed up, and many thanks to Nordic for keeping us topped up there. We didn't chew through as much lime as we thought. The pH must have been fairly balanced already, maybe from mowing all the grass. So we'll get the spreader dropped back, Nordic's going to drop the auger back, and then we'll be over to the store to rent 2 poplar planters, and we have got a mod to make life a little bit easier. It's very similar to a potato planter, but it does plant poplar. And yeah, we'll show you which one it is. And then we're going to rent 2 of those, get 2 tractors set up with the course play. And those helpers can plant the field for us. For a fee, of course. We've made it back. And it's fair to say the Schluter is much better behaved on calm lands than it is or ever was on Spectacle Island. Right, let's get this parked up and go and get our poplar planters. So Nordic and I have made it to the dealership and we're going to rent our poplar planters and also get some front weights for the tractors. So oddly, the planter that we want is under potato technology, and it is this mod, the Lizard GL860 Multi. And it's quite expensive, that's why we're renting it. But as you can see, it does plant poplar as well as sugarcane, potatoes, and yeah, it can only seed, it can't fertilise. So we will have to spray. There we go. Nordic has bought us a nice colour coordinated front weight. So we'll pick that up. And then these planters look very similar to the Grimmer brand, which is interesting, but they are in fact Lizard. Let's grab the weight, grab the planter, and then we'll need to fill it up with seed, I assume. There we go. And we've got it set to cane. Let's change that over to poplar and go grab some seed. So we have loaded 8,000 litres, which is 50% of this. Can take quite a lot, this planter, which is very good, but we don't need that much and we'd just be wasting money otherwise. But let's head on over to the field and we can get our workers set up to start planting the poplar. And we've made it down here. We are going to line up the tractors ready to start their job. We'll go to this side of Nordic. There we go. So we'll turn the beacons off and the engine. And Nordic is going to set up the course play for them. But that is it from myself and Nordic today. We're done with all of our jobs, but stick around if you want to catch the time lapse of the poplar planting. We will be recording that and observing it from afar. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. And if you've got any tips, tricks, or things you'd like us to do, then feel free to leave a comment. But until next time on Calm Lands, we will see you then.